keep integrating new truths, so understanding grows inward. I learned early how to shimmer when silence sank into the floor. Painted my feelings in quiet glimmer, just loud enough to close the door. The grown-ups smiled when I pretended. They called it brave to make no sound. So I became the light they wanted and vanished when they weren't around. I braided lies into lullabies and made a cradle out of pain. Held my breath through all their thunder and prayed the storm forgot my name. When the cracks began to whisper, I filled them with imagined skies. Wove illusion tight as armor with ribbons soaked in alibis. Trauma didn't feel like lightning, it felt like fog that wouldn't leave. So I named it cloud and smiled beneath it. Pretend belief, the best belief. They said I seemed composed, collected, but never asked what it had cost. Each breath a bridge I built from shadows to cross the parts of me I'd lost. It wasn't strength, it was staying still, with shaking hands and softer will. I didn't fight, I didn't fly, I stayed and let the mass reply. I stitched myself together in the dark, one thread for silence, one for spark. The light can't be saved till the truth could come home. Now I carry both like skin and bone. Each crack remembers but doesn't define. I walk with grief and call it mine. Not flawless, just alive tonight, still singing with threaded light. There was a day the mask slipped sideways and I caught my own reflection's eyes. Not a scream, just quiet tremble where the mirror forgot how to lie. The fantasy that kept me breathing suddenly forgot my name, and I was left with all the silence that survival couldn't tame. I didn't shatter, I just stilled and heard the echo I had filled. The hollow width was never wrong, it simply needed a new song. I kept you warm when no one asked. I carried truth beneath your mask. I shimmered so you wouldn't drown. And now I'm learning how to frown. We fed each other fear and grace, a home inside a borrowed face. I don't resent the mask that held me. She kept me safe when no one could. But now I let her rest beside me, as both our voices name what's good. Not one or the other, lie or truth, but every thread that weaved my youth. Illusion stitched me soft and bright, so truth could enter, not ignite. I kept both stories side by side and let them hum instead of hide. This isn't healing as rebirth, it's staying and claiming what I'm worth. The lie kept me safe, the truth made me real. I carry both, and that's the deal. I don't know where the road is leading, but I know what my footsteps mean. Each scar a map I'm still translating, each sigh a verse I've barely seen. I'm not inspired, I'm not heroic, but I breathe with every thread I hold. And though the thread still frays and trembles, I trace my way back into gold. The quiet doesn't feel like failure, it feels like presence stretched and slow. And if my only truth is walking, it's still a truth the world should know. I didn't run, I didn't fly, I stayed behind and stayed alive. My story isn't clean or bright, but it still glows with threaded light. I stitched myself together in the dark, one thread for silence, one for spark. The mask wasn't false, she was forged in pain, and now she walks beside my name. Each fracture sings, not just survives. I walk with grief and die arrive, not flawless, just finely kind, still singing